Hello ladies, mdfashionco.collectibles here, and today I have a long in-depth video about an article I was meaning to cover for a very long time. I've just got this gameplay from Killing Floor 2, and I think it'll do the article justice. It pertains to Aliens Fireteam and survival team-based games in general. So, before I get into it, let's roll the intro. I think you boys are gonna like this. He had a dream to play Aliens Fireteam. He collects themes. He's got high self-esteem. He's credible. He's unforgettable. He's commendable. He's mdfashionco.collectibles. Okay? Now, firstly, the gameplay we're seeing here is a 6-player Hell on Earth Killing Floor 2. Now, for all your boys who don't know what Killing Floor 2 is, and your Aliens Fireteam fans, Killing Floor 2 is very similar to Aliens Fireteam. In fact, I would say Aliens Fireteam is a cross between Killing Floor 2 and Left 4 Dead 2. It's basically 6 players holding out against 10 waves of zombies. Now, in Killing Floor 2, as you may have seen in the first clip, it's very important to have a position to hold. You've got to have a position to hold, and you need a leader to say, this is the position, when we run, this is when we run. Now, if the leader makes the wrong call and holds the wrong spot, sometimes it can be bad, but it is far worse for everybody to just do their own thing. Even if the leader makes a slightly incorrect call, you should still follow the call because it's still a net positive. Everybody doing the same thing that is wrong, you can still survive that. But if everybody does a different thing, even though those different things may be some form of correct, you're going to get absolutely destroyed. It's a great team game. And in this gameplay, I got the firebug to hold the door, and see, I'm holding the back. I'm not killing that much stuff, but it doesn't matter because I'm holding my lane while everybody else holds their other one. I could be bored at the back. Oh, this is bored, there's nothing to shoot, I want to shoot. It doesn't matter. I'm holding it because that's part of the team, because if I go and face the other way, right, then one will come up behind me and then kill me, and then now it's 5 instead of 6 people. So what is this article and how does this pertain to Aliens Fireteam? Well, it's I'm a very seasoned veteran survival shooter player, and I've played these games for many hours. I got just under 1,000 hours on Killing Floor 2. And I came across an article dealing with aliens, and the article, I'll link it below, it's a great article, talks about 7 leadership lessons I learned from aliens. Now, I think the examples of leadership and bad leadership are incredibly well documented in Aliens and shown. So an example of bad leadership is, of course, Gorman, and we'll get into this more, but he's inexperienced, undecisive, and he doesn't really care about the people he's leading. And then the good leadership is Hicks. So Let's go through these points, and I'll elaborate more about what I mean by that as we go through these points, and also how they relate to Aliens Fireteam and this gameplay, Killing Floor 2. So first is, be one with the team. That's super important in Aliens Fireteam and Killing Floor 2 and Left 4 Dead 2. All y'all are a team. It's not about, if somebody takes leadership, it's not about, oh, we must bow down to the great leader. We must bow down to the great leader. No, it's about the leader is part of the team too. The leader is trying to survive too. And he's not trying to just throw, well, a good leader isn't just trying to throw, the people just to go die. A good leader is at the front of the charge, right? The one like me, holding the back, holding what people don't want to hold, right? And this is shown great in Aliens, as they work great as a team, especially after the Hive thing, Hicks rallying Hudson and Vasquez and everyone, and the leadership seen by Ripley too. So be one with the team. You have to have that mentality of, I'm I'm part of the team. I got to play my role as best I possibly can. If the leader tells me, the leader who is the most experienced tells me I got to do this, I'm going to do it the best I can, no matter what. And it doesn't matter if I'm bored. I understand my role is important, and I got to play it, right? And so you see in this Killing Floor 2 gameplay, my role is to kill these Skrakes, the guys with the chainsaws, and because I do that really well. And you see, I'm trying to hold it down as best I can, play in the corner. All right, let's get back to the article. The next one is establish the North Star. Now this one is dope. I really, really like this. It is the job of the leader, 100%. And I'm a natural born leader, so I know this stuff. But establishing a North Star means we all have a common goal, and you see that in Aliens with Apone. Apone, he says, when he's briefing the Marines, he says, we're here as a team. There's nothing to worry about. We're going to be all right. Are you mean? Are you mean? Yes, you are mean. We're going to go in there and we're going to kick some. We're going to go in there and kick some. We're going to conquer. You know what I'm saying? He's constantly telling them this is the objective. And the objective should be obvious in these survival horror games. It is to survive with as many people. And the same with Aliens Fireteam. It's about surviving and getting out. Right? We know the objective, and everybody on the team should be working towards that objective. If you are not working towards that objective, right, then what is the point of all this, right? You need to know the current objective and be working towards the current objective constantly. And the point of the leader is to tell the people who he's leading, or he or she is leading, to fill the roles that will most effectively get us there. It's not the role of the followers to contest constantly and be like, oh no, I want to go this way. Oh no, as you'll see in this gameplay, we had some boys, I said, hold this area. Some guys like, no, I don't want to do it because I don't want to listen to you. They got a problem with authority or something. That's not working for the team. That's not going to help the objective of surviving. Now, you got to listen to your team, and this is the next one in the Aliens article, and they talk about listening to the team. And again, it's a balance and it's an art form. So yes, you have to listen to the leader, but the leader also has to listen to the team too. Let's remember Gorman when he said in there, no firing rounds. Gorman really wasn't listening to anything that the Marines were saying, even though the Marines were more experienced than him. They were still following, but it led to catastrophic things, right? So it's important that, one, the leader is the most experienced so that he can listen to the team and make a judgment call based on what the team is saying. If everyone in the team is saying something, then the leader says, okay, well then we have to change the plan. But typically the leader should be the most experienced. And in the case of Gorman in Aliens, he was not the most experienced, and unfortunately, look what happened. Hicks was the ranking officer after that. And I just want to say this just quickly. When Hicks was given the role of commanding officer after Gorman was knocked out and all that, he didn't take it like, yes, I get to helm the project. Yes. He said, yeah. He took it with seriousness, but he also took it with the fact that I know this is a lot of responsibility and I got to take this seriously to get everyone out. And that's the role of a leader. It's not a role of power. It's a role of responsibility, right? And with great power comes great responsibility, but also he was put into that position of responsibility and he had to perform and do his best. All right, the next one in the Aliens article about leadership is communicate clearly. Now, this is something that I think the Colonial Marines do so well. They communicate clearly, they know their objective, and each person contributes. Like Hudson contributes his tech knowledge and all that. It's awesome. It's just... That's so important to communicate clearly. And to bring it back to Aliens Fireteam in this game here, voice comms makes the game so much better. It makes the game so much more effective because as soon as I see a Skrake or a Fleshpound, the difficult enemies, I can say, Skrake here, Skrake at the back, and the people who can deal with it come to deal with it. When Killing Floor 2 is running that efficiently, It's really quite amazing. It's quite amazing. Yes. Okay, this is the one I was talking about before, but the next one in the article is indecisiveness kills. Someone needs to take charge. There needs to be a leader, and it's not about ego. We must leave the ego at the door. And that's something that Hicks did when he took charge. There was no ego in that. He took the job seriously to get the people off LV-246. Indecisiveness with Gorman, it was just utter chaos, right? Because they didn't make it. And once the comms were down, remember when the comms were down to get on the previous point, everything just went to poop. So indecisiveness kills. And in Killing Floor 2, and I'm definitely sure in Left 4 Dead 2 and 100% in Aliens Fireteam, if you're decisive, right, you don't know when to run, you don't know when to hold, you don't all agree that these are the lanes we're going to hold, right? Somebody's going to get killed, and it's not going to end pretty. Here's another one. Your idea is not always the best idea. Now, this as a team and as a leader, you do have to know that your idea is not always the best idea. But as I said before, in the game Killing Floor 2, you cannot have the best idea. And if everybody follows it and plays their role, you can still win. Now, is it better that the leader has the right idea the whole time? Yes, it is. And often in Killing Floor 2, especially a seasoned player like me, who's so good at the game and so knows all the ins and outs of the game, I will always make the correct call. Well, most of the time, 95% of the time I make the correct call, because a lot of these places are just binary. It's like, this is the best place to hold. This is the best place to hold. This is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. I just, as a leader, have to account for the human error and also the difference in teams. So your idea is not always the best idea. That's true. But as a leader, it's up to you to change it and know that you can change it whenever, and it's up to everybody to give you feedback and also follow those ideas. You saw the Marines; they didn't agree with Gorman a lot, but they still did it. They still did it to their best, and that's what it is. And also, the next one says plan for contingencies. Sorry, I just got a match on Tinder. Plan for contingencies is when things go bad, right? If things go bad, and in Killing Floor 2, they definitely go bad. And even before this wave, there was a contingency that we didn't get back to the spot in time. So I said, just hold this spot, hold this spot, hold this spot. In the split second, I made that decision, right? Because I had to make that decision. And it ended up working out all right. But if half of the people had continued to run to the spot, half had stayed with us, we 100% would have died. So I had to plan for that contingency. As we were running back, I said, we're not going to make it in time, so we have to stop and hold here. And that's the role of the leader, to make that call, and it's the role of the people following to follow that call and do their role as best they can. So that's the end of the article. I'll link it below because it's a really good read if you're into understanding leadership. But I think it really is shown in these survival PvE shooter genres, because it's all about how difficult the game can get and how chaotic the game can get. No matter what, you're going to stick together and you're going to do your best to get through it, no matter what. And in order to do that, you need a leader. You need someone who's going to tell you, this is what to do, this is what to do, this is what to do. We're going to hold here, we're going to run here. And Killing Floor 2 is a great example for that, because it is such a random game. There's so many different factors and so many different things that can go on. And if few people, even if one person is like Burke, right? If one person on a team, Killing Floor 2 team of 6, you're not going to beat Hell on Earth, the hardest difficulty, as we do here. You're not going to beat it. And I think definitely is the same with Aliens Fireteam, because there's only 3 people. So if one person screws up, 1/3 of the team is bad. So anyway, I freeze the Patriarch here, the boss at the end. And again, I freeze him so the team can take him down. That's taken the charge. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I really believe that Aliens is a shining example of great leadership. And I think it super resonates in Aliens Fireteam. I hope it super resonates in Aliens Fireteam, and it definitely resonates in Killing Floor 2 in the footage that you just saw. So let me know what y'all boys think in the comments. Join the Discord below with all the pro KF2 survival horror gamers in the Discord below, in the Steam group below. And I'm gonna see y'all boys later. Thank you for watching the video. If you made it to this far, thank you. And I think I hope there was some really valuable information in this video on leadership and how to be a better survival shooter gameplay person. And I'm very excited to apply this to Aliens Fireteam. I'm gonna see y'all boys later. That's what it is.